Audit and logging, it's not that exciting and it doesn't capture the same attention as XDR or artificial intelligence does. But truly, it's one of the fundamental pieces of a good cybersecurity program. We've recently provided a report to a consulting client that recommended they improve their audit and logging program. And they responded, "What is an audit and log program?" They weren't expecting to hear this. So I thought I'd just take a minute and talk about an audit and logging program and why it's so important. What I'm showing here, I grabbed a system security event from my computer just to show an example of our security log file and how our system was able to capture a successful login event using my ID, using explicit credentials. And this event just shows that these types of login events, whether successful or unsuccessful, are being logged and retained. And that's really what the purpose of an audit and logging program is. It's to record and retain system events. Well, if that doesn't make enough sense, let's talk about some drivers that would promote building an audit and logging program. And number one is just your alerting program. By having a good audit and logging program, we can detect events like successful or failed login events on computer systems and bring those to the surface for investigation. The second driver is compliance and regulatory. If you're a company that's under regulatory requirements or you're looking to pursue a certification or attestation, most of these will include some requirements around system logging and retention. And finally, forensics. You don't want to be the company that has a security breach or an incident and you bring in some professional forensic investigators to uh, weave together what happened and how did it happen with the goal of preventing it from happening next time, only to discover the right logs weren't enabled and we have no trace of what happened. So, forensic capability is really to enable the right logs and events to be recorded and retained so that we can ask who, what, when, how, where, and weave together the story of what happened. Again, if you're looking at a cybersecurity framework, maybe your company aligns with a framework, or you're looking to pursue a certification or attestation, all the major frameworks include some level of audit and logging, including the NIST 800-171, the CIS controls, the NIST Cybersecurity Framework, version 1 and version 2. And specifically, when you look at a SOC 2 Type 2, there is language that will require audit and retention of logs around system events. So I hope that gives you kind of a wide scope of what an audit program is and why it's important. Let's go into three examples I just threw together to show you how it might be even more valuable. This situation, a non-authorized data access attempt. So maybe you've got a file or folder structure that contains important data, and you can log failed attempts. And maybe if you reach a certain threshold of failed attempts, that turns into an alert for you to go look into what might be happening. Another event that we really like to log and bring to the surface is when a user sets up auto forwarding on their email and they forward to an external domain. This is a very popular method for a malicious actor to exfiltrate data out of a company. So when this rule is set up, we like to go in and investigate the business case for that and make sure that it's justified. Another event is restricted data access. So this might not even be malicious. This is just normal users. But this way, when we set up what we call object file access, a policy that really logs who accessed that folder or that file, who changed it, who deleted it, who read it, really gives us some powerful data security visibility into that. One thing I want to caution you on, we've seen this happen before in the past, is sometimes people think, well, I'll just enable all the logs on all the systems and I'll forward them to a data lake, which is essentially just a big file storage area to put all these. And I won't set a retention on it for now. But later on, when we're all done, we'll go back and look at all the alerts and we'll see what might be valuable to bring to the surface. We don't think that's a really good idea. We recommend you do that in the opposite manner. First, inventory your systems and think about which systems might be important to collect security events from. And number two, identify your desired events. So, what kind of events do you want to be notified on? What kind of events do you want to retain or look back on 3 months from now? Do a workshop, grab a whiteboard, a bunch of people in a room with some, beverages and list out some ideas. Use the ideas that I posted in this video, perhaps. Would those be valuable to you or not? And then finally, look at and consider the log capabilities. So every operating system's a little bit different. Network gear, appliances, firewalls, and SaaS platforms are all going to have their unique way of storing events, log files, security, and how long you can retain them and what you can do with them. So that's our process. Identify the value first and then dial into that value over time. And again, we talk about security today is really about visibility. It starts with visibility. So by building a good audit and logging program, you're going to enable visibility so you can see what's going on across all your systems and assets and gain that. And by using that, you can build business cases to improve your security. So I hope that was helpful. If you want to know more and you want to build your own audit and logging program, I've included a link to our definitive guide to audit and logging down below. You can click on that and grab that for free.